Welcome dosto to the last part of chapter 16, the Gurais sector. I hope you've understood the first part of this battle in detail. Dosto, remember, this battle is in continuation. So if you've missed any part, go back and watch it. It's all connected. In this channel, you're not just understanding the battle, but also getting well-prepared notes alongside. Our mission is to provide you with the best study material in the easiest possible way. तो चलिए, बिना किसी देरी के शुरू करते हैं. दोस्तों, before moving ahead, let's begin with a question that could be important for your exams. Many of you have also requested our team to upload previous year question papers. And let me assure you, our team is already working on it. For those who have mailed me their answers, well done. You're on the right track. And I'm proud of your effort. Dosto, whenever you're answering a question, try to support it with a map or relevant diagrams. A few of you have sent charts as standalone answers. Remember, charts should supplement your written content, not replace it. If you're short on time, write a brief description, but make sure to include words and, wherever possible, link your answer to operational art even if the question doesn't explicitly ask for it. Dosto, this channel is here to guide you through your journey every step of the way. So, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss a video. All the best for your preparation, and let's get started with today's session. Question 1 states, during Operation Eraze in June 1948, Indian forces advancing toward Viji Gali faced severe challenges, including extreme weather, logistical constraints, and entrenched enemy positions. Despite setbacks, they employed innovative tactics, such as transporting artillery through harsh terrain and executing a bold flanking maneuver to outmaneuver the enemy, showcasing the resilience and adaptability of the troops. What challenges did Indian troops face during their advance to Viji Gali? And how did extreme weather and logistical constraints impact their progress? How did Indian forces manage to transport mountain guns to Viji Hut? And what role did artillery play in supporting the operation? Analyze the significance of the company's flanking maneuver during the operation. How did it contribute to countering enemy threats and maintaining the momentum of the offensive? What lessons can be drawn from this phase of Operation Eraze, particularly regarding leadership, endurance, and adaptability in extreme conditions? Moving ahead on question 2, which states, the capture of Gurais and Kanzalwan during Operation Eraze, June-July 1948, demonstrated the effective use of combined arms tactics, flanking maneuvers, and terrain exploitation to eliminate the northern threat to the Kashmir Valley. The operation reflects principles of operational art seen in global military practices. How did Indian forces integrate air power, artillery, and infantry tactics to capture Gurais and Kanzalwan? And how does this align with the principles of combined arms warfare? How did the company's flanking maneuver demonstrate the effectiveness of the indirect approach? And what parallels can be drawn with Israeli operational art? In what ways did Indian forces leverage terrain knowledge to gain strategic control? And how does this align with the Chinese emphasis on geography in warfare? दोस्तों, अब हम शुरू करते हैं part 2 of the chapter The Gurais sector. Answer it carefully, step by step, and make sure to address each aspect in your own words while staying concise. और हाँ, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It's your support that keeps us going. So let's dive in. Dosto, let's now discuss the initial progress and harsh conditions during 26th June 1948, a critical phase of the advance to Viji Gali. This part of the operation shows the sheer resilience of Indian forces as they battled extreme challenges. Let's break it down. Arrival at Viji Gali. The Indian Grenadiers successfully reached the highest point on the Viji Gali track, at an altitude of 3,832 meters. Facing extreme conditions, the troops endured extreme cold, biting winds, and a relentless blizzard, which battered both soldiers and their mule convoys transporting supplies and equipment. Occupying Viji Hut. Delta Company occupied the Viji Hut as the first unit to establish control, soon joined by Bravo Company, the tactical headquarters, and other supporting units, consolidating their position in this harsh and strategic location. Dosto, this phase highlights the incredible endurance and adaptability of Indian troops in overcoming natural challenges while maintaining their focus on the mission. As we move forward, let's talk about the challenges and casualties faced by the Indian forces during this harsh phase. The determination of these troops, despite the odds, is nothing short of inspiring. Mule casualties. 45 mules perished due to the extreme cold and harsh terrain, severely impacting logistics. To make matters worse, many muleteers fled, unintentionally leaking the Grenadiers' position to the enemy. Troops enduring the night. The soldiers braved the freezing conditions with one blanket shared between two men, huddling behind rocky outcrops for minimal shelter as biting winds and the blizzard persisted. Such moments highlight the immense courage and resilience of these troops in the face of adversity. Dosto, timelines like this are powerful tools for simplifying complex events and helping you retain key details. Make sure to draw this in your notebooks and keep practicing. Dosto, let's now discuss the failed advances on 27th June, a challenging day for the Indian forces during Operation Eraze. This phase reflects the brutal combination of enemy resistance, harsh weather, and logistical struggles. Let's break it down. 1. Heavy resistance. Charlie Company advanced beyond Viji Meadow, but faced intense MMG fire from entrenched enemy positions located above the track leading to Viji Gali, halting their progress. Similarly, Delta Company attempted to push forward, but was pinned down approximately 900 meters beyond Viji Gali, unable to breach enemy defenses. 2. Dire situation. The forces battled Arctic weather, including freezing temperatures and biting winds, which tested their endurance. Supplies were rapidly diminishing, making it harder to sustain the momentum of the operation. Meanwhile, the entrenched enemy positions provided a significant advantage to the raiders, rendering further advances untenable. Dosto, this day underscores the challenges faced by Indian forces as they attempted to break through enemy lines under extreme conditions. But as always, resilience and strategy paved the way for what came next. Let's now focus on one of the most inspiring efforts during Operation Eraze, the Herculean task of hauling guns to Viji Gali. This operation showcases the determination and grit of the Indian forces to secure artillery support under extreme conditions. Let's break it down. Human effort. Alpha Company was tasked with retrieving the mountain guns stationed at Kuljan Gali 2, a grueling 10 kilometers away. The guns had to be hauled manually by two teams of 20 men each, who braved deep snow, steep slopes, and total darkness to complete their mission. Success. Despite the odds, the teams successfully transported the guns to Viji Hut by 1600 hours on 28th June, ensuring that artillery was available to support the operation. Dosto, this incredible feat of human endurance and teamwork ensured that Indian forces had the firepower needed to continue their advance. Such efforts highlight the spirit and dedication of our troops in the most challenging conditions. Dosto, let's move forward to one of the most critical moments of the operation, the desperate maneuver, flanking the enemy. This bold and calculated move by Indian forces turned the tide of battle. Let's break it down while you refer to the chart for a clearer picture. Don't forget to note this in your notebook. 1. Enemy threat. On 27th June, enemy forces attempted to outflank Charlie and Delta companies, forcing the troops to fall back to Viji Meadow to regroup and ensure safety. 2. Bravo Company's bold flanking move. To counter this threat, Bravo Company was ordered to bypass enemy positions with a daring flanking maneuver. They began an arduous night march at 21 hours, displaying immense courage and determination. 3. The route. Bravo Company climbed the snow-covered hills east of Viji Gali, repeatedly crossing the Gagan Nala in freezing conditions. They used Kishore Peak, 4,334 meters, as a guide to navigate the challenging terrain. Their ultimate goal was to approach point 13 to 95 and outflank the enemy, disrupting their positions and forcing them to retreat. This flanking maneuver showcases the adaptability and grit of the Indian forces under extreme conditions. Refer to the chart alongside to visualize the strategy. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. चलिए, अब आगे बढ़ते हैं. Let's wrap up this part with some key takeaways from this phase of Operation Eraze. These highlights underline the determination and strategic brilliance of the Indian forces during one of the most challenging battles. Let's break it down. Challenges overcome. The Grenadiers faced extreme weather, treacherous terrain, and logistical setbacks, but their endurance and determination ensured success. Despite the odds, the team managed to transport the mountain guns to Viji Gali, ensuring firepower and maintaining the momentum of the operation. 2. Strategic flanking. The bold decision to send Bravo Company on a high-altitude flanking maneuver highlights strong leadership and the ability to take calculated risks under immense pressure. These takeaways remind us of the importance of resilience, adaptability, and decisive leadership in overcoming even the toughest challenges. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more such insights. Dosto, let's take a moment to analyze this phase of Operation Eraze through the lens of operational art, drawing lessons from key military doctrines. These perspectives help us understand the brilliance of the strategies employed by the Indian forces. Let's dive in. 1. Prussian-German operational art. The retrieval and deployment of mountain guns to Viji Gali under harsh conditions reflect the Prussian emphasis on integrating artillery into mountain warfare. The methodical coordination between infantry and artillery ensured sustained fire support and operational cohesion despite extreme logistical and environmental challenges. 2. Tsarist and Soviet operational art, 1853 to 1991. Bravo Company's flanking maneuver aligns with Soviet principles of deep operations, where bypassing entrenched enemy positions is used to achieve surprise and disrupt defenses. The reliance on multi-axis movements demonstrates operational flexibility and persistence, essential in overcoming resistance in challenging terrain. 3. The Chinese way of war. The Grenadiers' use of terrain knowledge and their ability to endure extreme conditions reflect the Chinese principle of leveraging geography and human perseverance to tackle operational challenges. The enemy's own attempts to outflank Charlie and Delta companies underline the need for constant adaptability in mountain warfare. Dosto, these doctrines emphasize the importance of flexibility, endurance, and innovation in military operations. The lessons from this phase of Operation Eraze are timeless and highlight the strategic brilliance of our forces. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more such insights. Dosto, let's now move to the capture of Gurais, 28 to 29 June 1948, a defining moment in Operation Eraze. This phase highlights the brilliant execution of flanking maneuvers, rapid advances, and the coordination between air and ground forces. Let's break it down. 1. Bravo Company's flanking success. B Company positioned itself on Kishore and point 13295, gaining a commanding view of the enemy's defenses. The enemy, realizing they had been outflanked, began retreating towards Dankhugali and Gurais to avoid encirclement. 2. Rapid Indian advance. At 0900 hours, the RAF launched a strike on Darikhun Gali, forcing the enemy to accelerate their withdrawal. By 0400 hours on 29 June, the tactical headquarters and Alpha Company reached Gurais, only to find that the raiders had fled across the Kishanganga River. 3. 2x4 Gorkha Rifles capture Kanzalwan. While the Grenadiers secured Gurais, the 2x4 Gorkha Rifles advanced and captured Kanzalwan by the evening of 28 June. On 29 June, patrols from both units confirmed the capture of Gurais and Kanzalwan, marking the success of Operation Eraze. Dosto, this was a historic victory that showcased the power of strategic planning and teamwork. Indian forces, through resilience and bold tactics, reclaimed a key region and disrupted the enemy's plans. Stay tuned as we analyze the significance of this operation further. Dosto, to make this even easier to understand, we've prepared a chart for you. This visual breakdown will help you connect the events step by step and form a clear picture in your mind. This chart simplifies the sequence of events, making it easier for you to retain and recall. Pause the video, draw it in your notebook, and keep practicing. And yes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. चलिए, अब आगे बढ़ते हैं. दोस्तों, let's now explore the consolidation and enemy riposte phase of July 1948 during Operation Eraze. This period was critical as Indian forces secured gains and dealt with enemy counterattacks. Alongside, refer to the timeline chart we've prepared to better understand the sequence of events. Let's dive in. 1. Indian patrols and gains. The Grenadiers secured key commanding heights, including Anjbari, .13082, and .12541, ensuring strategic control. Indian patrols advanced to Achura and Chorva, recovering abandoned enemy supplies in the process. By 10th July, the south bank of the Kishanganga River was entirely cleared of raiders, marking a significant achievement. 2. Enemy counterattack at Kanzalwan. 7th July, a platoon of Gorkhas escorting sappers near Tabat was ambushed by a strong enemy force, forcing them to withdraw to Kanzalwan. This led to the cancellation of bridge demolition plans between Kanzalwan and Kale as Indian forces regrouped. 22nd July, reports of enemy presence at Baghdad prompted Indian patrols to push westward, successfully dispersing the raiders and reclaiming the area. Dosto, this phase highlights the continuous efforts of Indian forces to consolidate gains and counter enemy riposts effectively. Don't forget to correlate these events with a timeline chart to strengthen your understanding. और हाँ, like, share और subscribe करना मत भूलना. Let's move ahead. Dosto, we've reached the conclusion of the Gurais operations, where Indian forces achieved a significant strategic success. This phase marked the elimination of a major threat to the Kashmir Valley from the north and set the stage for future operations. Let's summarize this in 3 key points. 1. Strategic success. Indian forces, led by 1 Indian Grenadiers and 2 by 4 Gorkha Rifles, successfully drove the enemy back across the Kishanganga River. The operations showcased the indirect approach strategy, where Indian troops overcame harsh terrain and Arctic weather to secure victory. This eliminated the northern threat to Kashmir Valley and plugged critical breaches in defenses. 2. Enemy position. After failing to recapture Kanzalwan, the raiders shifted their focus to defending the Burzil Pass and Skardu, abandoning any hope of reoccupying Gurais. 3. Shifting focus. With the northern threat mitigated, the focus turned to the eastern front. Raiders had advanced to Zoji and captured Dras and Kargil, forcing Indian forces to prioritize defending Leh and planning a thrust from Zoji to Kargil. Dosto, the Gurais operations were a game-changer in securing the northern sector, but the eastern challenges loomed large. Now, let's analyze this through the lens of operational art to draw deeper strategic insights. Let's analyze the Gurais operations through the lens of operational art and draw deeper insights from military doctrines around the world. These perspectives not only enhance our understanding of the operation, but also highlight the brilliance of the strategies employed. Let's dive in. 1. American Operational Art, 1917 to 2008. The integration of air power, such as the RAF strikes on Viji Gali, combined with ground advances, perfectly aligns with the American principle of combined arms warfare. The use of patrols to secure the south bank of the Kishanganga and recover enemy supplies reflects the American focus on operational continuity and exploiting enemy weaknesses to maintain momentum. 2. Israeli Operational Art, 1948 to 2008. The indirect approach used by Bravo Company to outflank enemy positions coupled with small unit tactics in capturing Gurais, mirrors the Israeli emphasis on bold, terrain-adapted maneuvers. The enemy's inability to counter these flanking actions highlights the importance of adaptability and initiative, both critical elements of Israeli operational thinking. 3. The Chinese way of war. The use of terrain knowledge by Indian forces to secure commanding heights and patrol the south bank of the Kishanganga lines with the Chinese principle of leveraging geography to control key points. The raiders' failure to hold Kanzalwan after their counterattack underscores the necessity of sustained logistical support, a cornerstone of Chinese operational strategy. Dosto, these operational art principles highlight the blend of adaptability, geography, and tactical innovation that define the success of the Gurais operations. Such insights provide us with a deeper appreciation of the challenges faced and overcome by Indian forces. Dosto, how you liking the content so far? Please drop your thoughts in the comments box. Your feedback means a lot to us. And yes, make sure you try to answer the questions we've discussed today. If you're unable to write it in the comments, feel free to email us your answers. Our team is here to help you out and provide corrections if needed. With this part, we've officially completed Chapter 16, the Gurais sector. We hope this series has not only enhanced your understanding, but also prepared you well for exams and discussions. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to support us in creating more valuable content for you all. Jai Hind.